Sephiroth!
Parallel universes.
Welcome everyone, welcome to Across the Universe 2, race number 2. And here with me I have 4 lovely racers and 2 lovely commentators. I'm going to start by introducing the commentators here. I have with me in the booth, I have Uki, a racer that just played in the previous race.
Hey,
how are you
everybody.
doing?
How's it going?
Introduce yourself a bit.
Yeah, so I'm Uki Miyoshi. My primary game is KH2. I'm also one of the TOs helping Waffle behind the scenes. So definitely going to be enjoying commentating today. Looks like a great matchup coming up, so
Hell
I'm
yeah.
just really happy. So
What about you, Dark? Introduce yourself a little bit. Tell us about yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Dark or Darkness Mist. I mostly play KH2, but I also enjoy Hollow Knight and SA2. Yeah, I am here. I'm enjoying this. Today is going to be a good race. We have some fresh faces from Fresh Faces 1 and Fresh Faces 2, so it's going to be a little exciting to see what happens.
yeah,
So both Uki, yes, both Uki and Dark are both Kingdom Hearts experts, so to speak. So that's why I have them with me here today in the booth. And I believe they both participated in Fresh Faces 2, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
I did.
I was ineligible to.
Yes.
Ah, no, I see. But you did help with commentation, right?
I actually TO'd
Oh, you TO'd. Okay, so you were a lot more involved than I thought. Okay, great. So yeah, you definitely involved in Fresh Faces too. And I think that we have some Fresh Faces contenders here. Let's start talking about our racers here. We have the top left, Warehouse Jesus, one of the TOs here on Across the Universe 2 and a Kingdom Hearts 2 veteran in the community.
Yep. Also, member of the believe top 4 in Fresh Faces 1, and was a TO in Fresh Faces 2. Has done a lot in the community over the last year or so. So it's definitely a name that if you haven't seen it very often, you'll definitely be seeing it a lot more often.
Right, right.
Indeed.
And his teammate is also LOONYFOX, is, if I'm not mistaken, his roommate, right?
Yes,
That
they
is
are.
correct.
They are roommates. Looney does not really race as much with KH2. However, is very involved with the community itself, enjoys the game, plays the randomizer quite a bit. There's a bit more of a doesn't play on crit, so that's why we will be seeing Clunk and Looney racing on beginner today, while DAIR and Jesus will be playing on crit.
So I think this will be very interesting to see two critical players versus two beginner players. I think this is a very good matchup. Let's talk about, speaking of the red team, let's talk about DAIR.
So
What do you guys know
there's
about
been
DAIR?
around-
I'm not too familiar with DAIR personally, so I'm curious to
DAIR's
hear.
been around for a bit.
Yeah.
DAIR's been around for a little bit, and actually was the one that knocked me out deep in Fresh Faces 2. So
Oh wow.
He
So he
also-
actually took you
Yeah.
out.
yeah, he did. But that was a game of rando v rando, where we got master form and proof being on master 5 with no way of leveling it ended up being the difference.
All right. So needless to say, he's a very good Kingdom Hearts 2 player.
He is indeed. He has been trying to get involved as much as humanly possible with the community. So, a good racer. Jesus and him will be very evenly matched against each other. And then Clunk was also another deep run contender from Fresh Faces 2. Hasn't played in too many tourneys, but very skilled player nonetheless. So, it should be a good matchup with
Yeah, I'm familiar with Clunk as well, as I think I commentated with him during Fresh Faces, so I definitely like his energy, I like his vibe, and I want to see what skills he has to put down on the table for this tourney, honestly. So I'm very curious to see how that turns out. I also want to add on that we did receive a $50 donation from two lovely viewers in the chat from yesterday. Since my alert box was not working, it was not showing up on stream, but we did receive two $25 donations, so thank you so much for that, as there will be a little bar at the bottom of the stream tracking all of the donations coming in and out, so to speak. Well, not out, but in.
all right.
But anyways, let's get started here. Let's put these racers underway. Uki, do you mind starting the race for me?
Yeah, just I'm give them a few more seconds because I did just tell them that we would be starting in just like a minute. So
No worries.
but yeah, so this should be fun. I think
I'm excited for this.
I am too. I think this is going to be a good, interesting race.
I agree.
And,
Well,
Go ahead.
while we're waiting, we can even look at their trackers, right? Like we can.
Yeah, we can actually
World
see
distance we're
what
starting.
world unlocks they're starting with. Yeah.
yeah,
So
and
we got that grip card, that scimitar, and that looks like nominee sketches. So STT.
that is
Mhm.
indeed
That's STT.
nominees.
Good old nominee
STT
sketches.
That's 2 seeds in a row started with STT as an opening world. So that's going to be interesting.
Will they charge STT first? That's what I'm curious to see, honestly.
I doubt it. I'm the only one that's suicidal enough to do that.
Let's make things
I
a little
mean-
fun as well. I want to add a $10. I will do a $10 donation to charity if anyone can guess the world that the proof is in. I think that'll be
I'm
pretty good.
gonna say today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with my my BC.
STT?
my body.
BC?
My
BC,
botters.
okay. Okay.
The racers are underway, by the way.
The racers are underway?
Yep, they are underway. So we will be seeing because
The timer is running. Yep.
Yep. So this
Okay.
should be good, and we'll see how everything turns out.
Oh boy.
Chocobo.
Oh boy. Here we go.
STT, BT, and a form level? Okay.
It's a little late for them, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't see the timer. Oh, I do see the timer. I just don't see the 15-second minus.
Yeah. So
Best of luck to
another
all the
thing.
racers. Okay, best of luck. Yes.
Yep. So that's the thing with with depending on when you launch your race time, sometimes it will not connect, and you don't have to auto connect it to directly to the race time.
Mm-hmm.
The players could just log into race time, and then start their timers on their own.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. So that's the thing that a lot of racers tend to do. When you see the -15, it's a setting that usually we get to see.
Okay, we got some interesting predictions for the first proof. We have STT, BC, Agrabah, level ups, and HB. Oh, it's a nice form boost right there.
And we already have a magnet.
And the proof of non-existence is in the garden. So I guess we were all wrong, yeah.
Yeah,
The proof of non-existence was in the garden. Let me update their trackers here as well to reflect that. So
That's kind of scary.
That is extremely scary.
Well, for those that don't know, if you mess up putting your seed in and say your GOA is below your seed or above your seed, you will end up with a proof of non-existence in the garden. So there's always that like slight terrifying moment whenever you see that. It's
Yes.
like, oh, did I not put this in order?
That was the proof of non-existence too, actually. For both of them. That's actually insane. Holy hell.
Yeah.
But I will say it wasn't on the actual check for the proof of non-existence. It was on the garden, or it was on the GOA map check.
Okay, so
Right.
we're safe.
So we are safe.
Right.
So
HB is technically garden. Yes, you are right about that. HB is technically garden. I was going off the first thing you suggested.
so
We already got some interesting stuff. Looks like Looney finishing up the world that never was. Clunk already diving into.
I can do a
Agrabah
$10
along
donation
with
anyway.
DAIR.
I don't really mind.
yeah, it looks like Looney's the only one diverging from the
Path
from
here
the
of going HB. I mean, I'm sorry, they're going BC here.
yeah.
I think this is a good play, though. This is a good play, especially since that he's not as familiar with the Kingdom Hearts randomizer. This is a really good early option for beginner players because BC is an easy world, especially those early few checks up until door.
Here's the other big thing. BC tends to be a little better on beginner to be your first place to go.
Right.
Oh my god, Promise Charm on level 4.
Promise Charm on level 4.
Alright,
Wow. Wisdom Form has been found in Beast Castle, guys. Wisdom Form has been found in Beast Castle. Dude, what is the seed? What the...
We got second chance?
Who rolled it?
I did not expect this.
Oh my god. Who's banned from rolling seeds? Who am I banning today from rolling seeds? Jesus.
For the sake of clarity, for people that maybe aren't familiar with these settings, do either one of you just want to quickly explain, like, what is our objective here? Like, what do we need in order to beat the seed?
So, to beat the seed, you need the 3 proofs. Now, the racers have a choice from there. They can either use the Promise Charm to enter the final fights through the GOA computer, or they can climb the world that never was. But being you get Promise Charm at level 4, there is no reason to climb the world that never was.
Okay, Clunk has a good strategy here. Clunk has a great strategy here. He's going straight into the world of nothing so he can get these levels nice and quick. This is really, really smart on his end.
Yeah, and I did remind the racers before the race started that they can use the GOA computer for leveling once they get the Promise Charm.
Yep.
That is a feature.
They got Ice Cream, Chicken Little, Donald Fantasia, all from level so far.
So
Wow.
That's kind of insane, honestly. To think about just
Wow.
all the things, and he's
And-
already level 50.
And now
That's
they're
wild.
insanely strong, yeah. And now they're insanely strong, and it's beginner, so they'll have an even easier time, right?
So that's a double-edged sword though, because some things are ideally you want a death abuse if you can. So like if say they get early Halloween Town, Clunk being level 50 with the defense you get naturally from beginner
Right.
and everything else, they're gonna actually have to hard clear it. Yes,
Mhm.
most of their content is gonna be much faster because they are just gonna have the damage to destroy everything.
Right. And I think if they have even like 2 magnets, a couple of tools to deal with like the crowd control, I think they're set. Like despite them
We got
having
an
to hard clear
STT!
it. Oh, we got an STT push! We got an STT push! Oh,
Wait,
what
we
is
we
it?
got
Oh!
we got
Oh my
5 minutes in the seed, guys. 5 minutes in the seed.
Oh, wait.
We're
Alright,
doing
okay,
STT.
Okay, so let's talk about
Bonkers.
that. So one thing we have to note: these games are set up to have logic chains in Archipelago, and your logic chain should be based on your first handful of worlds that you get at the start. STT is one of your early ones. Yes, you may not have all the tools for it, but it may chain very early, and there may be world unlocks.
Reflect for Jesus?
Tools.
Reflect for Jesus.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
You're good. You're good. There may be world unlocks. There may be tools that are needed to optimize your routing in there. And if you don't go there early, you could lock yourself out for a while. But I will also say that most of these runners are not fans of STT defaultly. So, I mean, the standard thing in the race community or like the speedrun community for KH2 Rando is avoid STT if you can. Even though, again, we have the whole argument of resident sleeper versus.
We call it baby jail here, okay? We call it baby jail.
I mean,
It is.
It is baby
it is a
jail.
sleeper world.
You,
Now, that being said,
snoozers, dude,
does-
snoozers.
He does at the bare minimum have a fire. Now, obviously, you prefer limit form or Trinity limit, but fire is, if you're gonna go to STT with something, fire is a good thing to have. It does speed things up.
The proof of peace is in Agrabah, by the way, guys.
Okay.
Just a quick tidbit.
Also, limit form was in the treasure room.
Oh my
And the-
gosh.
Was treasure room bonus. So that was huge. And that would be for Clunk and Looney.
So here's my question. Do these racers share tools across things? So if one, say,
Yes.
finds limit, the other gets limit as well?
No.
No. That's not how that works. No.
So no.
Okay.
So like in the case of Clunk's limit form, so Looney will be in the same boat because they are both player 2. And the way I've had the racers.
Oh my gosh! Wait! Looney sent Jesus the proof of peace. He didn't find it in Agrabah.
That was sent. Wow.
That was sent over from Looney.
Yeah.
Our
Where did he
crystals are
find
two
that then?
proofs.
He had to have found that in Beast Castle because that was the time frame that Looney or that
Oh my
Jesus was in
god!
Agrabah. 'Cause that
Things
was
are
their
happening
first
so fast, my eyes cannot even track like what is
Yeah.
happening. There's so many. Oh, there's a death there.
Jesus just got sent limit form, I mean not limit, wisdom form from Looney. Now, yeah, so there's a lot of tools coming from Looney to Jesus very quickly, and Clunk is going to be sending a lot of stuff over to DAIR as well.
Dude,
An
this is gonna be a
interesting
quick
choice.
race.
This you would be surprised because, and this is
Oh
the
my
thing about
goodness.
these type of settings. I would say Fresh Faces 2 is a perfect example of this. You can have these settings on a rare occasion be a 25-30 minute freaking speed run race, but if you're looking for a singular check, this can go down to, when can I hint and find the chain to actually get to my exit? Also, the racers don't have every world, so the world that the last proof is in may very well be hidden.
Right. It could be deep in a world.
Yeah,
It's
but
also something. Oh,
I was also gonna say, the Promise Charm piece currently is only for the beginners. That's not for the
Critical
the
players, no.
so
It's only for the
that's
beginners.
the other thing. Yeah, so that's gonna be a big thing.
I'm gonna say Kingdom Hearts 2 also tends to front load, especially early, a lot of tools in order to make sure that you can do certain content, especially in archipelago settings. So when we're seeing like Blizzard or Aerial Spiral or a lot of world unlocks, we're gonna see a lot of important items flying out the gate really early, and then given the amount of checks in Kingdom Hearts 2, things should slow down in theory.
Yes, it should.
Right.
However, we have Clunk already doing Roxas, and it looking like he's going for limit form strats.
I
Yep,
mean,
he's doing
it's
limit
more
form
than,
here.
it's more than reasonable. You have so much damage output here from being level 50, and so you can just obliterate Roxas, especially after getting
His
the
stats are
Keyblades.
well above the ceiling for him to be doing that much damage.
Looney doing Hades Escape and deciding to do early OC.
And he found horizontal slash as a result of that, which I know in beginner it's maybe not something that's considered as good, but especially in crit, that's one of the tools that you just love to see.
Well, I would say this: the fact that Berserk Hori is a strat like that is highly used on Zigbar.
STT Chad Gaming from Warehouse. STT Chad Gaming over here. Absolutely struggling with the fires here.
Yeah, well, and Vivi is usually like a jerk when it comes to the fire checks.
He grabbed the one from him and did. Oh my god.
Well,
I would be. I would be furious right now if I was Jesus. Vivi is just annihilating him.
STT. This is why we don't like it.
Yeah. Even with the one fire, he's struggling in the struggle fights, so to speak. Do you struggle in the struggle fights? Jesus does. Even Jesus struggles in the struggle fights.
So Jesus got sent Chicken Little too by Looney now, so Jesus is gonna have a lot going forward.
I lost.
Now, thankfully, Axel 1 should be a little easier. Just usually some air combos, and he goes down pretty quick. Even his quote-unquote DM or desperation move, where you can't hit. It's not really a dangerous thing. This is the first world of the game. It's tutorial world. You're not in danger. It just might be a little slow.
Honestly, Clunk leaving right before Zigbar was interesting. Clunk leaving right before Zigbar. Yeah, it's reasonable. It's definitely interesting.
So here's the thing: you don't have final form. You don't have horizontal slash if you're Clunk right now, because that's on wisdom.
Don't have any download limits, I believe, either.
No, so like your best tools for quickly dealing with Zigbar are still behind you. So even though you have the stats and can probably bully it, you may want to hold off just to have the tools to do things quicker.
There's a magnet in BC.
Yeah, we had a magnet on
Clunk missed the chest in 100 Acre Wood. Which one? The poo? The piglet world? The poo? Is it the poo world? It's in the poo next to Piglet. Yeah, that might be. Oh yeah, I see it here. I see the check.
So, and then
he might not know that he missed the chest though.
Wait. Looney getting ready to paddle the dog.
Paddle the dog here,
kill him.
Along with some door.
No!
Ooh, he missed it just barely.
We do not. I do not condone the paddling of dogs here.
Nope.
I don't either.
Perpetual dog owner and a lover of dogs. I do not approve.
No.
We here do not condone dog paddling.
No.
I'm surprised that Jesus isn't at least getting his fingers ready to hint that final proof. I know he's itching. He's scratching at his neck right now, just fiending for the proof. I could tell.
So
he's so close.
Clunk got sent final form.
Trinity limit in STT is absolutely insane, especially after struggle fights. Yeah, equip that right away, buddy. Yeah, equip that right away. Slap that
See,
on.
That's pretty par for the course. Welcome to welcome to Kingdom Hearts 2. When you find Light and Darkness after a station fight in Twilight Town, or you find Trinity Limit in STT, it's just par for the course. This randomizer is sentient. It knows that players love these tools, and
Rando
will
be
hide
rando.
them in the place that's most inconvenient place.
Rando be rando. Waffle turning into the werehog. Yup, that's me.
It's true, Warehouse still does need either 2 Way to the Dawns or a Promise Charm, so even if he hints that third proof, he's not technically in Go mode until he finds one of those 2 items. So
Right.
kind of, we're still at least 3 items from Go mode on that side, on the crit side of things. On the beginner side, we're missing at least 3 proofs, or 2 proofs?
2 proofs.
2 proofs.
Because we know that one of the proofs is in either Beast Castle, I believe. He picked it up in. It was definitely in the beginner's world. The proof of piece is in the beginner's world. Ironically enough, yeah?
Yeah. Indeed. Alright.
I like Clunk's mod he has here. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it like changes all of the text and all these little features and whatnot. I like this. It like changes the health bars. I'm not sure what mod exactly he's using, but I find it to be interesting. Final form was found. Final form was found by Clunk in TT1.
Yeah. So question. I think this is the Fumo mod, isn't it? Dark?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the Tomo. It's the Tomo mod.
Yeah, Clunk doesn't have his tracker on screen, and
Yeah.
I think that's definitely a concern.
Well-
we should be fine when it comes to
I'm
that.
looking at his checks roll in, and we have the check counter as well for both teams present on screen.
Yeah. So
And to be fair, some racers do not enjoy running with a tracker for Archipelago for Kingdom Hearts 2, because if you look on, I believe, if you look at DAIR side of things,
Right,
you
but
can
it's in the
kinda see when it comes
rules
to
though.
movement,
It's
like-
in the rules though.
no,
I-
so I did speak with Clunk. They do have their tracker on. It's just the way that their overlay is set up. I did grant them the exception for this race to not have to adjust their overlay further. But I did confirm that they do have it on. So that is on me.
I would have liked. I would have definitely liked to
Yeah.
see the tracker 100%. But I do
Yeah, so,
appreciate that at least the
and
checks are rolling in. That's how I've been using to track it so far. But I really wish he
Sword of
did
the
that.
Ancestor.
Oh, membership card for Clunk as well. Bone Fist. Okay, we're getting the world unlocked up the wazoo. There's a reflect also.
Reflect in
Reflect in STT.
That's where Flare Up.
Dude, how many checks are in STT? Look at his tracker. How many flipping
Yeah.
checks?
So only 2 of those checks were sent by Looney. Everything else has been Jesus finding it.
Oh my god, it's so loaded, dude. It's absolutely loaded.
Reflare is so silly to have in STT. Like, that's one of the best tools in the game. So for those that don't know, Reflect, as you get higher levels, the only thing it does is expands the radius of the Reflect, not the damage. However, that expanded radius makes a world of difference in any boss that you fight using a Reflect. So finding 2 of them is huge, and if you can get a third, you're
set.
Life.
You're set.
Hey, Waffle,
Yes.
can you check your DMs real quick?
Yeah, sure. I love the Axel fight here as well that Warehouse is doing. He's cleaning up real good. Oh, he didn't even use the reaction command. He didn't even use the reaction command.
I believe he did.
Yeah, I got
one,
you.
but
Okay,
he
one
didn't
sec.
actually. He didn't actually follow up. One of the things with that Axel 1 fight is you don't actually have to clear the floor if you want to use that reaction command. You can instead focus on simply just forcing him into that wall, getting that reaction command damage, letting him drop back down, and then looping him back around again.
Flunk
Just
is
so you don't have
in
to go
Beast
back.
Castle right now. He's gonna run into that proof of peace real soon.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna run into it real soon.
And it looks like he did find that horizontal slash as well once he was doing, since he was doing Wisdom Form at the start of BC. Now that is one thing that Clunk seems to have, is he's got 4 forms
Yes.
right now, it looks like, which is kind of insane
Yeah.
to think about this early on. Forms
Oh,
being
wow.
one of the best tools when it comes to Kingdom Hearts 2. having 4 of them super early, especially ones like Limit and Final for
Oh,
combat,
wow.
is super good. Plus, for those unaware, when it comes to forms, in order to get access to all checks on forms, you need to have all 5 forms. So it's Valor, Final, Wisdom, Limit, and Master.
That's all the way to level 7, right?
Yep.
Yep, that's all the way to
But
level
even
7.
but even with just 4, you can
Um,
get at least all
Yes.
forms up to level 6.
So I will say this: I just realized Clunk and Looney both have Donald Fantasia.
They both
don't
have
have-
Donald Fantasia. Yes, they
So
both picked it up.
They do not have Flare Force. It happened to be sent by their partners.
Proof of
at
peace
their
was
own-
sent. There it is. There's the proof of peace for the. Oh boy. Oh me. Oh my.
We love proof. Proof.
There was the proof in Beast Castle, and now Fantasia's just been obtained by someone on the blue team as well.
Yeah, that was Looney obtaining it because
Looney's leveling hard here.
Yeah, Looney just sent it over to Jesus, so Jesus now has it.
Oh.
I like this.
So
So where Clunk went ahead and leveled really, really early, Looney decided to take advantage and do a couple of those early death abuses before leveling, so he could just get through it faster. And again, one of the things on beginner is your defense and your health tend to scale a lot faster. So doing those death abuses early really, really helps out if you're not going to level.
I think if also you have the tools to deal with it, like two magnets, I think you're kind of set as well with like some crowd control options. So there is a little bit of wiggle room when it comes to doing things quickly on beginner.
Oh, it's so true.
Yeah. So having like two magnets really makes a world of difference, especially with those stats.
Oh, when did we find a Pride Lands access? DAIR's into Pride Lands.
We got
Not
a
everyone's
Pride
on
Lands
it, so
access
it
in
is
Halloween Town.
Okay, well, this is in one of the best worlds, one of the most check-dense worlds. Typically, when you're watching any crit seeds, this is one of the first worlds you're going to charge into,
Right.
just because you're picking up, I think, it's somewhere in the ballpark of like 38, 39 checks in the shotgun.
So there's a handful of reasons. One is when you first start your KH2 seeds, there is set RNG. Which allows that first fight to guarantee the reaction command the first time you go in there.
It's an RNG thing, yeah.
It is RNG manipulation to go there first. Second of all, Lion Sora has a set movement speed regardless of your movement. So you are better off going there early when you have less movement.
The RNG is in your favor if you go there early on.
Exactly.
Essentially.
And then as Dark mentioned, ton of checks. The only fight you have to do to get pretty much to the end of the first push is you only have to do through that first fight. Everything else until you would get to Hyenas 1 is just running through picking up chests.
Oh, we got a
Ooh.
So
There's
in
Master Form.
BC
There's Master Form.
Well, Master
so-
Form in LOD and Flare Force for the beginner players is right past the minigame.
No,
Wow.
so Flare Force, yeah.
Wow.
So Flare Force came across to Clunk. DAIR sent it from Wildebeest Valley because he.
right.
Oh, so it was in Pride Lands. It was in Pride Lands.
It was in the Pride Lands. It was on.
Wow.
The meteor.
Oh my
staff.
god.
So
It was on the meteor stuff.
DAIR. Yeah. So
Wow.
So when DAIR picked up the meteor staff, Clunk and sent it to Clunk.
There it is.
He
Yep.
gets
Clunk.
access to the Fire Force.
Yep. Clunk found their flare force on the meteor stuff slot. Wow. Okay, so I also want to address some things in chat. I've been informed that the mod that Clunk is using is the Tohu mod. So I guess anyone who was curious, including myself, thank you for that.
We have the
And-
Way to the Dawn.
Way to the Dawn has been found where?
I could not see it because I think it's scrolled. I think if I'm correct, that's on Looney. Picked it up in Pride Lands.
It is.
Or it
Looney,
was-
Yeah,
Looney,
yeah.
Looney picked it up on Pride Lands for Jesus, so Jesus now has access to the early parts of World That Never Was.
We're looking 2 checks
the Way
away
to the
from
Dawn.
Go-Mode for Warehouse.
Yeah, warehouse is
I mean-
close here.
I mean, you're looking 2 checks to go mode in multiple ways.
Oh
'cause
my god.
You technically have the World That Never Was climb for Warehouse, or you have that Promise Charm showing.
If
up.
he can
So,
find that promise charm.
yeah,
George says, how is Looney killing them so fast? He's playing on beginner.
Yeah.
He's playing on beginner, so his stats are way higher. Also,
But
he's
I mean-
already level 50, so
Yeah.
being level 50 on beginner is already a huge advantage. He was able to level using Promise Charm.
Aerial dive.
Yeah.
Aerial dive.
Mhm,
We have
mhm.
good stuff for Zigbar. Aerial
Yes.
dive being one of these. So aerial dive is a aerial gap closer. You use it, it closes distance. Aerial dive is the good one. I believe it is. It's not aerial finisher because that's bad.
So
Aerial
aerial
sweep.
finish, aerial spiral. some
Clean
people like to
Beast
use, but-
Castle from here, from Clunk. Clean Beast Castle. What is that, Darkthorn fight? Yeah, using Final Form and Reflect to just clean him up. That was a great job.
There's a hint. It looks like it was for DC. On the side of Warehouse and Looney. What was it for? I can't tell.
Give it a second. We will just confirm what it
Doing
was
some
for.
Twilight Town pushes here.
Oh, Jesus was hinting his last proof.
Smart.
Okay.
Smart.
He hinted it, and it's in Looney's DC Castle or Disney Castle map.
Yep.
So we'll get it when speaking to Minnie. So
Basically, all he needs is one Disney Castle key, and Jesus is about to be in go mode.
And I saw a Disney Castle key either from.
Looney has
There?
Looney has the Disney Castle.
Oh, he has it. Oh.
So,
I meant the enemies dying in the Promise Charm room. That is a quality of life, as Felix said in chat. It is a quality of life for AP to get through the Heartless faster, because there's an animation that takes forever when doing those little jackpot Heartless.
We love our bubblegum pops.
So the AP makes the leveling process a lot faster in the quality of life mod.
And the official name for those are bulky vendors. So
They're called bulky what?
bulky vendors.
Bulky vendors, dude. I need me a bulky vendor in my life, if you know what I mean. Dude, I don't know why I'm getting ads when I'm sub with Twitch Turbo. This was having the same issue last time.
So
I'll have to double check to see if I'm like actually I'm gonna have to toggle the chat
yeah.
and like intentionally sign in through there again, because I could have
Yeah, you
sworn
may
I
have
signed
to.
in. I'm sorry about
You may
that,
have
guys.
to, yeah. I mean, we're seeing a lot of things with this at this point because
Yeah, a lot of things like Twitch stealing my money right now as we speak. Anyways, back to the race. We have some interesting shenanigans here. We have Final Form leveling in TT at the bottom left corner here. Getting those
and he's
awesome checks.
He's also doing aerial hits intentionally because he could be using fire and really trying to force up leveling final. However, if you're doing those aerial hits, that's ensuring that you're going to get through the fight faster. And there is other places you can level final form. While Twilight Town 1 is a really good spot, you don't want to end up in a situation where, oh, I've killed the enemies, I no longer have final form, and now I just have to sit there and bonk them for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes until they're...
Looney hinted his proof of peace, and his proof of peace is in his own 100-acre wood in Rabbit's house. Wow. Absolutely insane. We're going to see some 100-acre gameplay.
So let's think about this. We have a GOA, we have 100 acre, we have what? We have DC. Where else have our proofs been?
There was a Beast Castle. There was a Beast Castle proof.
yeah, Beast Castle. Yeah, but Beast Castle had the proof of peace. For
Promise Charm level 4 as well. Don't forget.
Yeah, Promise Charm was level 4 for the beginners. The beginners also sending proof of peace to the crits on in BC right before Thresholder. So, like, the crit players, like, that's the big thing for them. The crit players are nearing go mode. It's the beginners that are still sitting on like nothing early on.
All right.
Right now, the beginners don't have too much to work with, other than
they don't
Promise Charm.
They have, yeah, but the Promise Charm is letting them be at level 50 so that they can quickly get through stuff.
Looney is right now going for that DM skip on Scar. This is something that you can do. If you do your reflex and you go into that symbol limit at the right time, you can actually skip Scar's DM. It's super tight. It's really hard to do. It was a really good attempt. He's still going to get a 1 cycle here on Scar, which is awesome. It's still
Really good. It's still really good.
I would tell you, even most of the main racers tend to get 1 cycle here.
Yes.
Tend to get at least 1
I
cycle.
think I think also the
Um,
damage output is something worth considering because you can probably get through that first TM skip if you do enough damage to Scar as well. Just
So
enough.
I will say this. Yesterday I did do it without a DM skip,
Mm-hmm.
without any magics or no reflex or anything like that.
No reflex, yeah.
Because the fact that I had 4 elixirs and I was literally able to go from symbol limit to symbol limit, right, like one right after the other, without Scar coming out of stun lock. That's the only other way to really do it, and even then the timing is like only a couple frames, so it is very tight to do.
Well, if you want,
We're seeing some ether shopping from Looney. Smart move, ether shopping.
You want a slow one that's like not worth your time? Just walk up to him and just spam fire and then pop ethers. He will never be able to escape. It's really, really slow. It's really, really stupid that it works, but it does work. We love our Scar. Scar is one
We
of the
found
most-
ice cream in Pride Lands on Scar, by the way. So I think that's the third ice cream. I believe. No, this is the first ice cream for these players here at the top.
Yeah, Looney now going back into Beast Castle because he only shotgunned up to Thresholder, and is now going to be doing Thresholder, I think.
He's doing the door.
the really hard mini game. Better watch out. Everybody really struggles with, spamming square.
I'm gonna
Or
be
trying-
honest.
Gosh.
Do you guys remember the days when you had to actually do the entire pot mini game and draws were the strat, limit form explosion was the strat, magnet burst was the strat, regular explosion was the strat here? You guys remember that, or did you guys play? Did you guys not play the randomizer during this time?
So I personally didn't play the randomizer during that time, but I was actively like watching the community,
Right.
and
You understand what I'm saying though, right? When I mean limit form and the draws. It's similar to the strategy that you want to use in the struggle fights. I'm not sure if Trinity also was a good viable option there, as I didn't play for that long before it was quality of life.
Now I will say this, a bit.
I thought that was an interesting meta though, not gonna lie.
I will say this with Thresholder itself, there is a one cycle that can be done if you have Trinity limit or limit form. If you have Trinity limit, as soon as you knock the ghost out of the main door, if you fire your Trinity limit into the wall and then immediately go into the Trinity finisher from there, you will pull in the ghost and one-shot it as long as you have at least 19 magic. And then if you have at least 20 strength, you can do a strike raid in limit form, intentionally whiffing the first 3 throws. You whiff the first 3, you lock on between the 3rd and 4th throw, and you hit the ghost with the last 2 hits.
And it'll instantly kill it.
The last hit will be just enough to kill it.
Killed the buddy box!
Oh!
He killed the buddy box! Not
He
allowed!
killed
No,
he
no,
killed the buddy box. He
you don't
did.
need to kill the buddy box.
I'm not gonna
The buddy
lie,
box is your friend.
I do the same thing.
Ah!
I am a buddy box hater.
So a lot of the crit runners have gotten so used to moving around and not destroying the buddy box because it's technically slower. But
To follow up on what you were saying as well, in layman terms, for anyone that didn't fully grasp what you were saying, if you use Trinity Limit on the ghost of the door that comes out, and you can land a successful finisher on it, it instantly kills it.
yeah, but you specifically only want to hit the finisher. You do
You
not
want to hit anything else. A lot of people use the goofy part of the limit form in order to intentionally miss, and then use the finisher from that point.
Correct. Usually the goofy you go right up to the wall and you fire the goofy one right in. It's the easiest way to do it.
He like fires drive orbs at them, right?
Yeah, and he'll just fire it right at the wall instead. So
you drop it out intentionally. Limit form 1 can be done with as low as 15 strength, but there's also a certain you have
say-
to be very technical with it, and there's a very specific pattern you have to go.
Yeah, and that's why you have to miss the first 3 throws, and then you have to lock in for the 4th and 5th.
Well,
and-
if
and-
you're above 20, if you're below
Yeah.
20, it's
If you're both,
more-
if you're 15 to 20, I think you have to hit the 3rd and 4th and 5th.
There's Trinity
So
Limit
you
found
can't-
for Looney now. Now Looney has Trinity Limit found in his Beast Castle.
I'm not gonna bother getting into the technicalities. It changes per strength level. It's very dumb. It's very silly.
It's very technical. It's just ridiculous.
Sword of the Ancestor found in Beast Castle. Some more Lauders action, maybe. Actually,
Maybe.
Throne Room might be viable, guys. Hold on, Throne Room might be having a lot of checks behind it.
I mean, Throne Room does have a lot of checks. The
Yeah, like
biggest
where's
thing
Limit
is-
Form? Where's Limit Form?
It's true.
Where is it?
And Dare. Wait.
I don't see
Dare
it.
Dare on the Elemental Lords fight, taking a death, but instead of actually straight up taking the death, had the option to bring out Mickey.
Chose the Mickey?
Instead,
We doing Mickey
brings
strats
out
here?
Doing Mickey strats.
Light give me power. Light give me power.
So I will say this, and I think Dark will agree with me. As a speedrunner of this game, and the randomizer, you tend not to want to roll out with Mickey. It tends to be slower, unless he can get one shot by whatever you're fighting. You tend to want to just be like, okay, here I'm okay with not doing this.
Sometimes
It's
I like
true.
doing damage with Mickey using the Pearl ability. So I feel like it does decent damage at times for
It
certain
does.
enemies. Right?
Depending
Right?
on the fight, it does. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, Dare does end up taking the death anyways at the end there, so
Mhm.
that was a little bit unfortunate.
That's a little
I
unlucky
get
there.
why he wants to do it though. It's the same thing as everybody. Like you get pretty deep into a fight, you don't always just want to drop it. Yes, it's a little slow, but sometimes you can weigh the risk and say, I don't really like to use Mickey here, but if it allows me to get through the fight, then I'm gonna do it. So I can understand why he'd want to do
No,
it here.
and absolutely, I agree that there's a valid reason for him wanting to use it.
Looney is
But I
leveling up
also
on the
know-
Heartless here. Really smart strategy by using Wisdom Form and Valor Form to just farm these Heartless back there.
Yeah,
Ever-
because he already knows that Jesus's key or last proof is here, so he'll
Yep.
be getting that here in just a minute.
There you go.
There it is. There's the proof of connection.
So now Jesus is waiting on one of two items. He's waiting on either a promise charm or another way of it on.
Oh, I did
Here's
not
the-
realize that
here's the
magnet
thing.
was there too.
I like how both the beginners players both hinted the proof of peace. That is wild.
Well, do they have Hollow Bastion 2 access? Do they? I do not think so. Never mind.
I'm just double checking.
We have Hollow. We don't have a single membership card for the beginner players.
Well, and I imagine that if I am correct, Terra is not turned on in these settings. So the only
Correct.
proof that is going to net you any checks would actually be the proof of peace. Because in Hollow Bastion, if you have proof of peace, after you finish the world, you can go down, talk to some mushrooms, get a couple additional checks.
Right.
So
You can
it's-
talk to the Mushroom Organization 13 and get that additional 2 checks that are present in there.
Yes. So it
Mhm.
makes sense that you'd want to hint and get your proof of peace as early as you can, even if you don't have Hollow Bastion access, just for the potential of needing it.
Right. That is
Yeah.
actually a really smart play on their part. It's probably the proof with the most utility, right? Because you need that one in order to get those checks.
Correct.
Correct.
So non-existence doesn't do anything. Connection unlocks the Terra arena, which for these settings we do not have turned on, and then proof of peace has those additional just free checks after you clear Hollow Bastion 2.
Non-existence doesn't have any utility like that to my knowledge, right?
No, non-existence it's just there.
Okay.
It
It's just
is-
there. It doesn't exist.
Exactly.
It doesn't exist.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. And currently, Clunk only has one membership card. Looney has none.
Looney has
Oh.
no membership card. Did he just pick up that membership card recently, or did he
So,
start with? No, he
unle-
didn't start with it. No.
unless he just recently picked it up, because I'm also looking through the track logs
Mhm.
just to confirm things.
He must have
So-
picked it up a little bit ago because I don't see that Looney has it either.
Oh, we are seeing DAIR take on Roxas right now. I'm curious to see what he does here. He's got explosions, so there's a couple of things he can go. It looks like he's just going to try and steal the Keyblades. Maybe go for a quick run strat. Maybe a limit form.
I think it's most likely the crit run strat here.
The quick run safe.
Oh no! Oh wait!
No.
Wait,
He's level
wait,
21.
wait.
He's below the ceiling. He has to do a quick run here in order to make this viable.
Oh no, he doesn't have to, but yes, probably at this point he would be better off either quick running or at least getting the Keyblades and using. It could use limit form.
Nope, he's
with
quick
the
running here.
Keyblades,
He's quick
but
running
he is
here.
going for. He is going.
I just
for
want to say I appreciate almost all of the runners running the Across the Universe mod. I really do appreciate that, guys.
And for those unaware of how the quick run strat works, you fly around until Roxas does that little minigame. You take his Keyblades, you do a combo on the ground, knock him. That will knock him just far enough into this wall, and then you can literally just walk up beside him and quick run, and the Keyblade hits from the extra Keyblades you picked up will just lock him in place, and his health bar will slowly tick down over as you work on it.
And the other thing is that the Keyblades from Roxas don't increase their revenge value, which is the value that they need in order to immediately come out of a stun lock situation and counterattack. So
Jesus is going for some levels here in Halloween Town just before he tackles the world that never was to ensure that his stats are above the ceiling.
Yeah, and typically when you're looking at World That Never Was, the floor for most fights is about 31 strength and magic. So anything above that you can do pretty good. But if you get up to just above 40, you're cruising. That's the ceiling. That's the most damage you're gonna do. So
I think
if
a
that's what you
safe
get, you're happy with that.
number for both of them personally, when I like to personally run the seed, I like to make sure my strength and or magic are 35, 36 so that I'm doing a good amount of damage, but I'm also not doing level 1 damage.
Exactly. But even for final fights, 42 would be enough for final fight ceiling. So, except for I think armor 2 has like a ceiling of like 70 or 80 something for some really stupid reason.
It's not just armor 2. It's armored 1 as well.
Yeah.
The higher you have for those fights, the faster it goes, except armor 2 is a auto scroller, so
yeah, so
it's really silly.
But yeah, that's the only fight where above 42, but Final Zemnis himself is a 42 lock. So there's no reason to really go above, to force yourself above that if you don't have to.
Clean plays by Warehouse Jesus here, and now
DAIR?
we're about to see some screens action from Clunk. I'm actually curious to see how he pulls this off.
Proof of connection.
So Clunk just shot lock and barrel in DAIR's world has Clunk's proof of connection.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
In DAIR's world has proof of connection?
No, so DAIR's world has Clunk's proof of connection. So DAIR would need to do Halloween Town 2. The first fight, once you get there, is shot, lock, and barrel, the 3 kids that you capture with the presents.
Way to the Dawn 2 is
Way to the Dawn 2!
It's just past. It's in their world that never was.
God.
If Jesus just goes.
Yeah, he needs to go there now.
But his
stats
have the stats.
No, his stats are there. His stats are 35, 39 right now. Maybe his defense is a little low at 22, but I think this is still viable for him.
So I would tell you this: anybody running crit, you basically are playing as if you have 0 defense. You learn to try to play as perfect as you can. Your damage is what you worry about when it comes to stat lines. Is nice to have the extra defense, yes, but it's not something that you plan for as a crit.
I think he wants to ensure that victory, but I would definitely push the world that never was. Maybe he's waiting for a limit form. He's hoping and praying, I think, for some sort of tool to really get him through the world that never was really efficiently.
No. He hits his promise charm. It's it's in core. Promise charm
is in his core.
No, it's in Looney's core.
Oh
which is worse.
no! It doesn't have a single member. No, he has one membership card. That's about it. There's the final form sent to Jesus, so now Jesus has his final form. So that'll help out a lot.
Knowing that, he may at this point be considering just pushing where the Never Was.
Yeah, I would jump in there.
That membership card.
I would jump in there right now.
Well, we'll see what they end up doing. We're not entirely sure. Again, in the mind of these racers, it's really, it cannot be stated, especially in an archipelago, it is really, really hard to be playing fast and racing and considering all sorts of things. So just because we as commentators and observers can see this, in the mind of the racers, they're just trying to go fast. And so maybe if they may not be making the most optimal decisions, but they are making the best decisions that they possibly can in the state of mind that they are at. So we got to give them credit for that too. This is a highly stressful environment.
Absolutely. So,
if anybody watched any of the recent Kingdom Hearts 2 leak, you will know that this stuff happens all the time. It is
seeing some setup reprogramming here on Hostile Program, and we're seeing some Zigbar now. We're seeing some Zigbar.
Okay.
We're seeing the Zigbar.
There is... Oh, takes an immediate death. That's the other thing to consider about our crit players. They do not have, it looks like, second chance or once more, which are defensive tools that allow you to not get one shot by bosses. So going off of what Uki was saying of, you know, not having high defense, second chance and once more tend to be your really strong defensive abilities. So if you have those, you feel more comfortable. If you don't, you basically have to play almost perfectly and not mess up, and it can be really, really hard and scary. Oh, wow. And Jesus!
Oh! Yes, my boy! Yes, get that bag!
Yeah, they might have discussed it, and Jesus might be like, Looney,
he's like, I gotta go!
No, he may just simply be like, Looney, look, you need both membership cards. We don't know where they are. We know where one is, and I don't have a way to get to it. So I'm probably better off trying to climb.
Yeah, DAIR is climbing right now. Oh, and he takes an L on Zigbar. No, not easy.
And Jesus also looks like he's playing it safe, also going for the quick run.
He's going for the quick run here. Yep. He doesn't have limit form. Honestly, I would do the same thing here. He doesn't have limit form.
Yeah.
No second chance, no once more.
But here's the bigger thing for Jesus doing this. So Jesus also. There is one thing to note about the way that their limit forms got set, or their quick runs got set up. You actually can get more hits with the Keyblade from the right side at particular angles if you're paying attention to it. So Jesus will actually get a slightly faster quick run than DAIR did from the left side with the way DAIR was running it. So Correct. This is actually still going to be just a bit faster for Jesus.
And that's also why you see him angling his camera in a very specific way, so that Sora is quick running almost directly into Roxas, just to get that little bit of extra damage out. Now, if you overdo the angle, you can actually slide past Roxas. So this is
something else. Something else to note as well is that you can actually very easily drop this combo here that he's doing. If you do a miss input or a too long of an input for quick run, this could mess up the entire strategy. So you have to be very precise on having Sora do that baby quick run each and every time.
Also, one other thing to note: Looney did end up getting his first membership card.
Yes, he did pick it up.
But the thing is it's a blind battlefield of war for Jesus that he would need in order to get Looney the other one.
Identity disc. Oh, yes.
And the other thing is that Looney would Jesus would have to hint that. Jesus is already throwing, I think, 2 hints. Remember, it takes 15%. You have to have found 15% of the checks in your game to get a single hint. So Jesus may have decided the World That Never Was climb was better because the fact that there may be stuff on the way there.
And he does have full access there. He has full access to the end.
Well, he doesn't know that. He hasn't picked it up unless he picks it up here. Because remember, it was right after Roxas.
It was after Roxas.
It's one of these.
It's one of these checks. It's one of these checks here. It's not. It's not here. It's in deeper before Zigbar.
Yeah, it's the check right before Zigbar. So when he gets there,
He's gonna have his mind
go.
blown. Yeah.
I'm in full go mode, and he'll probably be rushing.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna tackle Zigbar at that point, and especially that he has, I think, Duck Flare or Fantasia. It'll help.
Ooh,
I'm
I
not
like
sure why
this.
DAIR actually isn't using Fantasia or Duck Flare. Maybe they don't have it.
No, they have Fantasia, but the thing is that DAIR looked like he was trying to set up the final form loops and was and
He's leaving. He's leaving.
He,
There's the way to the dawn for Jesus.
yep, he picked it up.
There's the
grabbing a bunch of
ethers.
Oh.
Ether shopping.
DAIR. I see what DAIR's doing here.
He's putting on a stronger Keyblade. Okay.
He just put on an EXP boost.
He put on EXP boost so he can go do Space Paranoids here and boost in the screens.
He's gonna go level on screens because they don't have problems on the crit players. It's
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
the players that have it.
It's a good strat.
So he's
Yeah.
gonna go do this to get the stacks he needs to be above the ceiling on all the rest of the fights here.
Yeah.
And then probably come back into the world it never was.
He realizes that he's not doing enough damage to Zigbar, and he's realizing he's just getting also one shot. So he's going here to get some quick levels right before he tackles him again.
Now, remind me, when players finish their games, they are allowed to release, correct?
Correct, and that's the big thing. Once one of the players releases, the other one will be wide open to pretty much finding most everything else they need, pretty freely, and
Wow.
that's gonna be a big thing.
So Jesus is pushing through. Once he finishes, he's going to be able to send Looney all the checks, and Looney just at that point has to hint where he needs to go to find it. Oh, and we're seeing the
Oof.
the classic
The
Zigbar
magnets,
loop here.
the magnets are so clean.
But here's the thing though, Looney's an STT.
Mm.
Looney's doing his STT.
That is
We
amazing.
love STT.
We do love it.
So.
It's slow, yay! And I mean, the thing is, Looney's should be faster. 'Cause he does have
Jesus does have Zigbar in action loop currently.
He got action loop. Let's go.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, Looney's stepping foot in STT here as well. I think he's just about had enough.
Well,
Oh. Oh, we saw some slowdowns there.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Uki.
So let's talk about action loop real quick. So there is a way or a certain point in the fight that you can actually force Zigbar to just continuously loop into a set, the set triple down shot into reloading. Otherwise, here you would have the blue bullets as an issue. Jesus picks up the kill on Zigbar.
There's the membership card on Zigbar. Yeah.
But
That's hilarious.
It's Jesus's membership card.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah,
But,
it's his
yeah.
membership card. Yep.
But the thing is that the action loop allows you to skip DM, skip dealing with the blue bullets. So there's if you get it set up and execute it, it is one of the easiest ways to finish off Zig. So Jesus and most runners, even in high end racing, struggle to consistently get it set up. So the fact that Jesus did it on his first attempt in was huge.
He did it perfectly. That was great. Okay, there's
And
a
we
proof.
see
There's a
DAIR.
proof of peace. For Clunk.
DAIR is using one negative combo explosion to just do a super good, super quick screens level up here. This is one of the best ways to do EXP boosting. It's just using an EXP boost with an explosion. And if you have double negative combo, it's better, but even a single negative combo, as you're seeing, he's just racking up levels. He's already level 37. And he's
Wow.
still got 30 seconds left.
Yeah, he's got a ton of levels here. He is well above the ceiling.
So he's going to have a much easier time. And that might honestly give him an advantage over...
Yeah, that might give him a little bit of a
Jesus.
speed boost. Yeah, I agree.
This race is not over by any means. This is still very close.
But here's a huge thing. DAIR hasn't hinted for that proof of connection, and so Clunk hasn't even stepped into Disney Castle to go get it for him.
That's true. It's really
So
crazy.
like Jesus straight up knows I'm in go mode. I
Yeah.
just need to do this tower climb and then finish my seed. But DAIR, being in probably just as good a situation overall, can't execute on it because he doesn't know that proof of connection is early in Clunk's seed, and that's going to be huge because as Jesus continues this climb, he pulls further and further ahead of DAIR.
True.
We're seeing some
And
setup
Jesus-
here strats as well. I'd love to see it. Love to see
Jesus
it.
is doing a good job dealing with Luxord. Luxord is one of the, I would argue, one of the hardest tower fights to do because you always have to contest with what he's going to do next. You see these bouncing cards jumping around. You have to consider, do I want to reflect the minigame? Do I not?
Having
and
reflect decks definitely makes it a lot easier for him here for this
It's
fight.
true. It's still
Yeah.
one of the most challenging tower fights, though.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I think that, and even like the Data Luxord is considered like one of like the 3 hardest bosses in the game because it's this on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason for that. It's because you just cannot make mistakes against Luxord.
Yep. And you see Jesus getting through it so clean.
Yep, that clean Blizzard just to finish him off because he doesn't have a Thunder, so he uses Blizzard here as a utility.
What do you think, Uki? What do you think DAIR's gonna do here? He's leaving SP2. Where do you think he's going?
I wonder if he goes.
He's going to Pooh World?
So he hasn't stepped in.
He hasn't stepped
really
foot here.
Well, no, he stepped in through Piglets, but he hasn't gone into Rabbits yet.
When's the limit 7 seed? That one's coming up tomorrow. That's the one you're going to be commentating on, Daxian. Specifically you, yeah. I had that reserved specifically for you. Yeah, limit 7 seed. Yeah, I have the notes right here.
Oh, and we see proof of non-existence hinted in OC in the Crypt Player's World for the beginners. Now
It's
the
in the
good thing about
crypt.
this.
But we knew that from Looney already.
Oh,
It's
you're
just-
right. You're right.
it's
Oh
just-
my goodness.
Now Clunk has hinted it, but we also know that neither of the crit racers has OC access.
Which makes what Warehouse Jesus is doing all the better because you just finish, you get that release, and all of a sudden you got your proof.
Doing some Psyx. Your stream is offline. Hello?
Oh no! That's DAIR's game crashing.
Oh
Fortunately-
no!
Fortunately, we do the race times
Mm-hmm.
for KH based on loadless, and the loadless stops on a game crash.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So that does buy him some time.
it does.
Bonkers. I don't know.
Hey,
Don't curse somebody with that seed.
We're doing.
hey, Waffle.
It's not the same.
Waffle.
Yes.
Do me a favor.
Yes.
You know what I'm gonna ask.
To move you, yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be moved in, blue or red?
Red.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
And we see Jesus get through Syax. Nice.
Honestly,
clean.
getting those reaction commands on Psyx is not easy, so the fact he got them on his first try is commendable.
Yeah, and it's tight to time it because you gotta think about rushing in,
Mm-hmm.
knowing when to take that little claymore up to his face because there's a certain time before you can actually do the second reaction command.
Yeah,
So
and he
it's
can
really-
actually hit you out of it, which ruins the entire thing. I bet limit is on Valor too. Oh no, don't remind me of that seed.
No. We don't want to see those. This is actually
We don't-
taking a little advantage.
Ooh, okay, reflects here, reflect. Oh, the torn page. Yeah. Not like he
this
needs
is-
it now, but he's out of here.
This is also just something you'll see a lot of players do as well. They'll take a little bit of time, pop into. You didn't see Jesus do it where he popped in the final form, but you'll see people spend some time, even if they're in go mode, to just kill a couple of those enemies because they give so much XP just to level up a little bit. see if they can get their stats just slightly better. And now we're going into Xemnas 1. Well, looks like Looney is just finishing out
Yes.
the struggle fight, so he's about to get to the
Oh,
really big stuff
wait,
for his
did
team.
DAIR release?
I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not.
It said DAIR found a bunch of their stuff. Maybe there's just the checks rolling in?
It could be. We will.
Limit 7? No, he doesn't have limit for him. It looks like he released.
Well, I'll have to wait to hear what is going to be said,
Right.
Luki, on that regard. In the meantime, we're watching Jesus getting through the reaction command.
Yes. I think I also wanted to note that Clunk hinted his proof of non-existence, and it's an OC. His proof of non-existence is an OC.
Maybe
Alright.
it could be.
Maybe a bug from the crash. It could be, yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately the auto reload didn't quite reload correctly. So some of the things came out awkwardly for whatever reason.
Right.
So we discussed it. I was looking to see what potentially, what potential advantages they got. I don't really see any major advantages that they.
I don't see anything major either. He didn't get a form.
Like he got a few additional levels.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, which is unfortunate. And then the forms that he had ended up going to whatever the max cap was at the time. So it took a little bit of time away from form leveling.
Mm-hmm.
But none of the important checks that sent out were things that were going to game break the things for DAIR.
It wasn't any major important checks.
So I made the TO call for us to just go ahead and continue on.
Okay. Thank you for that.
If that had happened and it did do something that affected the seed, then I would have had to stop all racers, and we would have had to figure out what we could do, because that was
we would have had to reschedule the race in that instance.
Yeah.
Off topic, but this is a good playlist. Thank you. I do appreciate that.
So yeah, we do see Jesus currently on Xemnas. So
There goes my bestest buddy Warehouse. He's not here to deny it, so I win. So real. And now he's gonna be finishing up the final Xemnas fight right before the final fights. Xemnas 1, I believe he's called, right?
This is just Xemnas, and then you've got Armor Xemnas 1, Armor
Chairmness,
Xemnas 2,
Chairmness, because he's in a chair. Chairmness.
You got AX because they're armored. So
AX.
yeah, no, that's pretty much the community. It's at large. They will call Armor Xemnas 1 and 2 the first two fights of the final fights. They'll call them AX1, AX2.
Shoutouts to me still confusing them with Axel 1 and Axel 2.
Yep. Hey, Waffle, can you move me over to blue team real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, and we are seeing the second reaction command. Now, one thing to Mr. MC Chair, I like that, Felix. We are seeing one thing with the building here. You want to actually wait for the third action command because you get the most possible damage. So you'll see as it slowly like switches over to finish. Now you've got to be careful because you don't want to miss that, but if you hit it, as you're going to see, it puts Xemnas 1 at that final bit of health, and you can just pop him and he's dead.
He had a fire as well. He could have used it so he didn't have to wait all the way down. He could have just fired him right at the top there. I think that, I think that's my personal favorite one, is to use fire. You just catch him on the way down, so to speak. He's going into final fights. Does Chairness have a Charithy? We have a Charithy right here. Here's a Charithy. It's in the chat. I used to call him McChair, McChairmiss. I love all these nicknames. These are great nicknames.
And we are seeing Warehouse jumping straight into final fights as we thought. Now, this is, as you see, taking out unfortunate that Core. Core is still a really, really tough fight. It is the last mob fight in the game, and outside of the boss fights, it is still something that is not easy to do, especially looking at his stats. He's got not above the floor, and not below the floor, just in the middle, so it does make it pretty difficult.
There's Clint cleaning up Xemnas, Zigbar. GG's in the chat for him there. Not easy doing Zigbar any sort of capacity.
Yep.
There's Sonic Silver Shadow raid. Hell yeah.
Hello, Sonic. Thank you so much for the raid.
I think he raided Jesus.
Oh, she rated Jesus? Let's
Yeah, he
She
raided
she
Jesus.
raided Jesus.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
Funny enough, Jesus is like, I just got raided as I was getting ready.
Because he heard the raid command.
So I did just as a way of evening things out. I had you move me over there. I did let Looney and Jesus know exactly what we had happened with DAIR's game, so that.
Okay, so they were made aware. Awesome. Forest
so they
sheep
were
because of
made
those
aware.
pillars that come out of nowhere.
Well, so, and also the other piece of it was I wanted to make sure that they were made aware of the fact that.
Doing all's end here was interesting.
So the fact that there was no important checks that were like game defining, like world unlocks or magics, tools, things like that. So I at least let them know that, so that way it's fair, so that they weren't.
They are aware of what happened. Yeah, that is a good idea.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
one, they're aware that what happened, but two, then they don't get penalized by going and doing checks that the other team got free information for.
I think Looney's gonna maybe possibly level here in preparation for his final stuff.
Well, he's already leveled. I think the biggest thing that Looney's trying to do now is just
He's trying to get his proofs.
He's just trying to find his proofs. So he's just he's looking around for them, and he's got to wait for Jesus. But that's the biggest thing.
And Jesus did make it through core fights, so he's on to AX1.
Yep.
I'm surprised that they're both doing Luxord here instead of Clunk going into Disney Castle to get him that last proof.
DAIR
I don't think he's hinted it.
DAIR never hinted it.
DAIR never hinted it. What? Did he hint anything?
No, DAIR has yet to hint the seed.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, we're seeing limited.
Oh, DM skip. We love to see it. We love to see it.
Sorry, Yuki. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say he might be holding out, in case once he finishes this climb, if Clunk starts hinting proofs in his world, he may be holding out to be like, okay, I'll hint where my last piece is, because that's the other thing. If DAIR finishes this, at that point, DAIR would be like, hey, I'm gonna hint my last proof now, and I'll hold all my proofs to try to chain logic my way to that proof. So it's a reasonable strategy. The biggest thing is Clunk has immediate access to it, so it won't put them that far behind. Sometimes that strategy can backfire because let's say there's a chain of things that Clunk would have to do to get to it. Then DAIR would be in more trouble. But so far, I think that's kind of what he's waiting on. He's trying to just confirm that he can finish the seed quickly and go from there.
I like how they're both doing just final fights. They're doing it in anticipation of getting their proofs, just to kind of clear the way.
Well, and Clunk doesn't have to do this. Clunk's doing this for checks and also another good spot for form leveling.
Yeah, and he has the way open if he decides to when he gets the remaining proofs, he could just go right here. That's another option for him instead of going through Promise Charm.
It's faster. It's faster to go through Promise Charm.
Oh right, because you don't have to climb.
Yeah.
Well, I'm down for Jesus. We're into the final fight.
This is Zebra Man here for Jesus.
Yep.
Oh, he takes it. He takes the L.
Well, no, and that may have been intentional because if you looked, he didn't have hardly any MP left.
Oh, so he reset himself. He reset himself.
He did it to reset himself, which is a viable strategy, and some racers will do that if they come into this fight with no MP.
Yeah, that's smart.
Because if you see this reflect loop that he's doing, it racks up so much damage. It's always worth it. And you don't have a time at the start of the fight to pop an ether, so just taking that death is oftentimes just really fast.
It's faster. It's faster, so to speak, yeah? Die it's faster.
Yeah,
die it's faster.
The diet's faster meme.
Literally, die
Alright.
it's faster.
We're seeing him set up for dome skip. He's probably gonna do double reflect.
Yep,
There's a session
yep,
here.
there's
Yes,
a
yes.
session.
He gets it. No, he's got it. He's got it. The setup is there. So
Okay,
he's just gotta
yep,
get it.
he's got it. Yep, there it is.
And
There's your-
Jesus
Now he's
is
got to release.
done.
Oh my goodness.
There's your GG.
GG's, GG's.
Jesus
Wow,
had
dude,
all three proofs
absolutely
for Looney.
insane.
All right,
Jesus had
Looney.
all three proofs for Looney.
All
Looney is
three
literally
proofs
a
for
combo.
Looney?
Yes.
No.
All three proofs. All
No.
three proofs for the beginners are in the crit. are in
Oh
the crit game.
my god. All of the
So,
proofs are in the crit seed. All of them.
So the crit seed, both runners got their non-existence at the start. The two other proofs for them were in the beginner seeds.
Oh my
and then
god.
and
my
then
god.
and the promise charm for the crit racers are in the beginner seeds.
That
The
is
beginner
insane.
seeds
Oh my
got the
God.
promise charms, and then everything else was in the crit seeds.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
Oh my
so
goodness.
basically, it ended up being the ideal storm of, guess what? I need both runners. Like, if either runner finished, they were sending the other one immediately into final fights.
That is
And we're
nuts.
seeing Looney
Oh my
taking
God.
that and just running with it. Look at that 100-acre, by the way.
I
That's
got everything in 100 Acre.
because Looney had literally just stepped into 100 Acre as Jesus sent out those checks. So that's why it backed over there on his tracker.
Yep. And we're seeing this is the advantage of having staff and being on beginner. As you can see, Looney is you saw that combo that killed Warehouse. Or Looney's just able to eat it, and that's just one of the advantages of beginner. Honestly, if people are looking to get into this randomizer. Running it on beginner is a great way to intro it. That's what we did for Fresh 2, and
Yes.
that's what you can do in Archipelago. It is. I'm just pitch for the Kingdom Hearts community here. If you want to come and play, we are always happy to help. Always set up and everything. This,
And you know what?
this is such a great game.
I'll go a step further. I'll say the Arc community is really good and really kind to people too. Playing this as an archipelago game is very fun. If you feel like, well, I'm not as fast as these runners, Archipelago has asyncs. They have different ways to play this. So if you want to learn to play it, you can always play it in an async. You can always play it in the register itself. There's ways that you can go about it, and everybody in both are very courteous to each other. The randomizer community will definitely help you out with getting things set up. They'll be willing to give you pointers. You just have to ask.
They're just hinted proof of connection, and he's in Disney Castle. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks like it's a wrap for Jesus and friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Looney's got to finish AX2 and Finals M, so this is not quite over, but
AX2 still is a annoying fight. It's still one of the fights that's really hard to do.
On any level, really. On any level.
Well,
Yeah.
and especially if you're not, overly comfortable with it. Like I said, Looney is definitely the least experienced of all the runners here, so he's not as comfortable with doing, these final fights and stuff like that. So he might struggle a little bit with these. I don't know that there's enough time, because you could see Clunk at this point is waiting, because I think Clunk knows at least two of my proofs are in DAIR's game. DAIR's going to finish the seed.
Yeah, DAIR's gonna bolt it right now for the finish line right now. Oh god, it's gonna be close.
No, but you gotta get through the game and get through final fights, and then Clunk has final fights. And remember, our determination for the winners is not RTA for KH2 seeds. It is loadless. So that is the big thing.
Yeah, it is loadless.
Jesus's timer, it was sub 105. So Looney's at, I think, like a 107 right now.
Yep. DAIR was at a 108.
Yeah, DAIR's at a
108.
108. So DAIR's already behind and Clunk is, I think, at like a 108 as well.
Wow, this
So-
would have been hella close. Oh my gosh, if he didn't crash.
Yeah,
Wow.
well, even if he, remember, the
Yeah,
Lotus
even if
timer
we're going off of
didn't affect
loadless.
that.
Yeah.
Didn't affect. I think the biggest thing, DAIR not hinting and getting that castle key soon, or getting the proof sooner, stalled him. You know, and that's, I think, what we're gonna find is gonna be the difference. I
Yeah.
think Clunk's experience, Clunk could very easily catch up to me, I think. But the problem is DAIR's got to catch up to Looney.
Mm-hmm.
Past Looney, finish the seed.
Looney's
And
about to
then
finish the
Clunk-
Zebra Man here. It's looking
and then, but the
not
thing
very
is,
nice.
DAIR would have to finish final fights, and then Clunk comes through without
Mhm.
Looney finishing, and then even then, we're taking combined times. That is the huge factor of this. So Jesus' timer will give Looney a way to work with.
Yeah, that is very much true. Look, he's just nodding
And
to
the good-
Goofy here. This is some good gameplay here from Clunk. Can we get
And the thing
some
about-
W's in the chat for Clunk?
Is you do have a partner in this, so and there is a huge advantage right now in the fact that he's got Jesus. They're sitting in his corner, watching him, coach, helping him get through this fight. So he's not, as opposed to like having to sit there and try and do. You're going to see that he is going to just be able to listen to whatever advice Jesus has to give and be able to improve on it. He still has to but at least he's got his partner sitting there with him, which is one of the amazing things about ATU2, and one of the best things about co-op is we love having other people to work with as we, play through and do this.
Yeah.
It's what makes it a very enjoyable experience. Is just knowing that you're not alone in a race sometimes.
It is. And I think that feeling of isolation can have a lot of pressure on someone,
Oh, for
to
sure.
perform well, especially if they're worried about time and whatnot. I think having a partner makes it a lot more of a teamwork effort, And I think that's
Yeah.
also what we're going for when it comes to Archipelago, ATU, and all things related. We have that sense of teamwork. Friends are your power in both real life and in game.
All right, Looney is in lasers. All right, this
Oh,
last
but-
phase.
Okay.
They're getting dome skip here.
There's dome skipping.
DAIR's
Oh.
done.
There's done. There's done.
DAIR needs to release now, and Clunk needs to put the pedal
Yep.
on.
He needs to put the
All
pedal
right.
to the metal.
However, Looney right here is just
Barely
trying to get this
done.
dome skip as best he can.
Yeah, it
You
might
think
be.
He's getting his ethers out.
It might be
I-
best to
he's gonna
finish
get
the
the-
fight here. It might be best to
He-
finish it.
No. So Looney not being a major runner, definitely I'm expecting to do here.
To watch
He's
him take a
trying to get
couple
the
of deaths
skip.
here. Yeah.
Well, no.
He's trying. He's
I-
trying.
I-
He's
I-
trying.
I-
He's trying.
He's trying.
He's trying. He's trying. I don't know if he got it, but he's trying. No.
He's
No, there's the all's end.
No,
That's
No,
that's
he didn't get it. He's
well,
gonna get
what's
domed.
if he
He
can
get-
get the hit,
He's getting
before
domed.
the animation, but he's getting
No,
Yep,
Zem,
that's it.
remember Zemnis
He's getting
does
domed.
warp, does
He's
get
getting-
the chance to warp
yep.
there.
He's
Yeah,
getting
so-
the good old
I
dome.
think,
Yep.
yep. and he's
That
just
buys
thinking,
him
this
some
is
time.
the
That buys
right-
Clunk some time. That buys Clunk some time.
Yeah,
and
but Clunk's also like behind on the loadless timer.
Oh.
So Clunk needed this time, and this is just a straight reset. So from the moment
Oh my
he first
gosh.
entered Dome, Looney's timer was 90 seconds left. So we basically will go to about 113 for Clunk. But here's the thing: Jesus finished 7 minutes ahead. I hate saying it's over, but it's over because of Jesus' loadless difference over DAIR.
Yeah.
True. And
Yeah.
the thing
And
to
even-
consider too,
yeah.
AX2 takes about a minute and a half to kill. So
Mhm.
by the time Looney finishes, Clunk at most might be getting the last phase of it.
Wow, that was close. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's this is it. He just has to end the final blow and the timer stops. I would say it was a fantastic race. What do you guys think
Oh
so
no,
far?
this was absolutely phenomenal. Like,
Oh my
this
gosh,
this is the type of performances we want to see out of these racers.
that was great.
And this was a great show to see, and I'm happy we were able to.
This was a wild seed. Early proofs, early tools. Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
and then
GG to Looney.
GG to Looney, GG's in chat to all racers, GG's.
So Jesus and Looney will move on, and funny enough, their next opponents are myself and Chocobo.
So there you go. You'll be facing him next.
Yeah, and I will say I had some conversations with them because when we saw the brackets come out, we're like, good chances we're if we both win round one, we're round two opponents, and we're like, we've already made the agreement. I'm gonna go ahead and announce it now. It's gonna be Hollow Knight and SA2 when we run.
Oh, we get to see Hollow Knight and SA2.
Because the fact that Looney's preference of game is Hollow Knight. We know that the reality is if I try to bully into KH2, I'm a better runner than Looney. Jesus and Chocobo are very evenly matched in SA2, so me taking that would be like forcing KH2 would be unfair. And then Looney and I are still pretty evenly matched in Hollow Knight, so we want to put on the best show possible. And the other thing is we don't want every race to just be KH. So
yeah, I mean, right now we have a little bit of everything. The first race was KH and Super Mario 64. We have two KH matches here, and now we're gonna have two Sonic Adventures and Hollow Knights coming up.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the
wow,
whenever we get our match scheduled. But I believe tomorrow's matchup is Roro and Tibbs versus Lardy and Scott. So
damn, these races are insane, guys. I am impressed. That was an insane match.
Yeah, this has been great. Like both teams did extremely well. So tomorrow we've got Roro, like I said, Roro and Tibbs versus Lardy and Scats, and I think that's another double KH. And then I think your match is on Thursday.
Yes, my match is on Thursday.
Yeah, that was from last year, Tibbs. That was from last year.
And it is
SA2 and KH.
It's gonna be SA2 Hollow Knight, yeah?
No, there'll be no. Dark and his partner will be KH and SA2. So we'll get to see SA2's like premiere showing on the stage on Thursday.
And I will be playing SA2, and
Yeah.
my partner who's in chat, Ignited, will be playing KH2 against. Oh my gosh, I have to pull it up because I can't remember now.
It's gonna be so good.
Orox and
Orox and Chaos Control.
Chaos Control channel.
So
Yeah,
Orox will be
CD.
playing KH2, and then Chaos Control will also be playing SA2. So
Yeah, so this will be fun.
That is great. That is great. Honestly, amazing.
Yeah. So I appreciate the fact that these guys put on a phenomenal show. Like all of them.
Yes.
Like Looney not even being 100% comfortable. KH did extremely well. Got a
I
lot
agree.
of tips for people. And funny enough, the two people that jumped into STT are the ones that won again.
Dude, the STT has been way too strong in this entire tourney. Can we nerf it, please?
shaking my head.
So, yeah,
Jesus.
shaking my head as well. So,
Not to take his name in vain, but man, what is with the STT seeds, man? Look how backloaded STT was. Reflect, like, wisdom form, reflect again?
yeah.
Come on.
Anyways,
All right, should we get some interviews from the willing participants?
I think you should get the interviews. I think Looney would need to be moved into the channel with the rest of the interviewees if you wanted to do it there, or I can, or you could move me there and I could just move them or have them all move into here with you. Like
I think you can just drag them in here. I think that'll be easier for everyone. We'll just drag them one at a time and ask them what they think.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be the perfect setup for it, so that we can ask them each individually, and then as a collective we can gather their final thoughts.
Yeah, I'll let them know.
Superior Twilight Town. It clearly is in this tournament. So
No,
if you
it's
guys
Super
are playing
Twilight
KH2 in this tournament, consider STT.
Oh, I like that. Thank you, whoever did that. Sleeper Twilight Town. We know like Twilight Town in this chat. We know like Twilight Town.
I expect chaos tomorrow. It's gonna be insane, guys. It's gonna be nuts.
All right, just let the racers know.
Okay.
They should be They should be.
It's Twilight Town.
They should be kind of coming in.
You should be able to drag them in.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I can drag Jesus in here. Yeah, actually I can. But they're all gonna start moving in here as well. Hey, Looney.
Hi.
GG.
GG's.
Hey, GG's. I liked your funny facial reactions. That's something I want to say.
Thank you. It was quite insane to find 2 proofs right off the bat.
Yeah, it must have been scary for you guys, huh?
Yes. No.
I'm dragging Darren.
Go ahead.
I'm in the process of doing that.
Well, I'm doing it faster.
Yeah, go ahead. It's fine.
Oh no, I can't.
He's TOing harder than you.
Waffle.
He's TOing harder than you. Hi.
Waffle.
Yeah.
We can't drag them in for
You
whatever.
didn't give
reason.
us permission.
Really?
Yeah,
But I had permission to jump in here myself.
All right, I'll drag him in here. All right.
You're a
Boom.
commentator,
And boom.
and they can't talk.
They can't talk. Hold on. Let me fix this. Dare.
Give Dare permission.
Okay.
There we go.
There
Dare.
we go.
You can now speak.
Yo, what up?
You have permission to speak now.
So,
Just speak.
Wow.
So very well done. Like Waffle was bringing up before Darren Cluck got brought in. That was definitely quite a rocket start for both games.
Whoa, did we just get another donation in? What? Did we get a $100 donation? Can you check that? Is the alert box not? Yeah, the alert box doesn't work.
Yeah, so I'm.
Curse you, Tiltify!
We did get a $100 donation, and it's from
What's the
somebody
shirt?
that's in it's from somebody in this call.
What?
Do you want to do you want to share Clunk?
Hugs that shirt. Maybe.
Yeah, Clunk was the one that donated the 100. So
Clunk.
it says GG everyone.
I have to personally thank you later, Clunk. That is amazing. Thank you so much for the donation. And you are also entered in the raffle, baby!
Oh, free games!
Free games!
Games.
That you already own! Yay!
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Can I gift it to people?
Yes, you can
Absolutely.
gift it to people, please.
Okay.
There will be
I got,
Steam
like,
copies.
3.
So there will be Steam copies of the games, guys. For people that don't know the raffle, you can donate any amount and you'll be entered in the raffle. Obviously, the higher that you donate, the more entries that you have in the raffle. I will be giving away Steam copies of the games that are being played, with an exception of Super Mario 64, as that is not on Steam. But to compensate for this, I will be giving away multiple copies of each of the other games: Hollow Knight, Sonic Adventure 2, Kingdom Hearts. I'll be giving away 2 copies of those games in compensation for not having Super Mario 64. And I think that's a pretty good trade. Yeah, thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah. So like we said before the dono piece came up, explosive start. Would you all agree?
Yeah.
Explosive start. That proof
What's
right off
what's
the
the
bat.
rating for your stream? Like what are we PG? We PG 30? Like what are we?
I think we're rated R. Yeah.
We're rated R. Fuck you for that. Fuck you for that. I'm sending you my doctor bill for when I have a heart attack tonight.
Hey Jesus, you're welcome.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm
close.
talking to you.
I know.
I know you wrote this bullshit.
Yeah, it was
It's
definitely
right
him.
like, Hey, GOA proof. And you know what's great?
I would never
No,
roll a seed like this.
Hold on.
I would never.
No.
Something.
Go ahead.
Hold on, Nuki. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Something to note too. When Looney opened the GeoHS and saw the proof, he didn't see the proof. He went, "Ooh, I got a magnet."
Yeah.
You're
More
serious?
focused on the fucking magnet.
I was so
No.
excited. Like, yeah, I have magic. It took me 5 seconds to realize the
I
proof.
didn't notice until I went
was
to
like,
100
Looney.
and I was like,
Looney.
that's a proof
Magic.
in the thing.
I'm
Oh
so
my
glad I
God.
wasn't the only one.
And the funnier thing was is when we saw the proof, we're like, wait a minute. Did two of the racers load the seed incorrectly? like did we give vanilla?
Same.
Did we give vanilla proof of non-existence? And then I went and double checked, and I'm like, no.
It was the map. It was the map. GOA map.
It was the G map.
Yeah,
Yeah.
GOA
Yep.
It was like, so.
Oh.
That was it.
like
What
5
do you
seconds
guys?
later? 2 racers get promise charm. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, level 4 promise charm was absolutely insane too. Like, what the hey?
Yeah. Promise charm
Oh.
on level 4, and then.
You want to know where our promise charm was, Dare? Because I hinted it.
Where was it? I was going to.
It was core in their world.
Yeah.
In their
Never
world,
getting
yep.
that.
You were never getting that.
I never even
'Cause it
got
was
the
also
second
their
membership card.
Yeah, their second mem card was in
OC, right?
ROC.
Yep.
Oh, see, yeah,
Where
I
was
remember that.
my limit
Which
farm?
was also
Where was
locking
Clunk's
one of their
limit
proofs,
farm?
by the way. Just
nice.
Just note that.
Clunk got limit form, didn't you? Where was that?
I did not get that.
No, no one got limit form.
No, we had someone
Are you
before.
I
No,
got limit form.
Clunk had limit form.
I
thought-
Oh,
was
Clunk-
missing Master.
Yeah.
Oh, Clunk
had
was missing
Master.
master form. Because Clunk used limit form on Roxas, right?
Yeah.
But,
But,
Valor, Wisdom, and Final.
Might want to exclude priority items in GOA and future YAMLs? Possibly, yeah. Thank you for the,
Yeah, it's pretty
for the
funny.
tip. You can't lie, though. It made for an entertaining seed.
Nah.
No, it
No,
did.
no, no, no.
It did. It made for an entertaining scene.
It made for an
Listen.
extremely entertaining seed.
I'm not putting priority. I'm not excluding priority items in GOA. If you give me a go mode, I'm gonna suffer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah.
Yeah, pop those 3 chests and they're all the proof. Yeah, 100%.
Listen, if I could put traps in cage 2 for this, I would have.
Oh, God.
Why didn't we put anti-form on?
Yeah, we didn't put anti-form on.
That would
and-
be fun.
Anyways, I was gonna ask to Looney and Clunk, how did it feel? How did it feel having level 50 stats relatively early compared to
It
your
was a
Patriots that didn't
power
really get them?
That made.
Did we get another donation just come in?
A lot of easier.
We got another $25 donation coming in.
Woo!
We did, if it looks of it.
Anonymous or?
No. Hey, Dark, do you wanna say whatever your message would have been because you didn't put a message?
no.
Darn.
No! No!
25 from Dark.
Thank you so much, Dark, for the 25.
So, but yeah, I was gonna say, commentating it, we were like, "What the?" And the funnier thing to us was, this basically turned into the beginners found 3 proofs,
Mhm.
sent them to the crit players, and then the crit players found
Finish the game.
or just finished the game and sent the proofs over to the beginners.
Wow.
So
Yeah, this
But,
was a
that
stellar
was-
seed. Any thoughts from the chat? Any thoughts from you guys, commentators? Any thoughts from you guys, the racers? Any thoughts about the seed? I thought it was absolutely insane. It was a little backloaded towards the end, but the first like 15 minutes were explosive.
Oh yeah.
It was very explosive, and then it was just a nice, fun little hunt.
It was
Yeah.
one of the faster seeds I've played with 2 people.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I mean,
Like I did not expect to do an hour and whatever it was. I don't know.
Yeah, you-
hour and a half almost, right?
Under an hour and a half.
It was under an hour and a half for all 4 racers. Like Jesus was at just under 105 load lists.
Oh,
Dare
Oh,
was
an
at 111.
hour.
Yeah, Dare was at 111, Looney was at 112, and Clunk was at
Wow.
114.
So the expected time for the seed was usually when we played on average it was around 2 hours. So the fact that these racers did it in just an hour, like just over, is kind of insane.
I mean, this was still relatively a go mode because all the proofs were in early locations.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Yep.
And it just
and then
came
Away to the
to-
Dawn was locked by Away to the Dawn. So
Exactly.
Yeah. And not
So-
everyone was
so
too
this-
far off from each other. I agree.
No, and it was good entertainment. I'm gonna ask this question because
To who?
I'm really to you because I'm really shocked that you did this.
What?
5-minute STT.
Absolutely, I had a fire.
Absolutely, I had a fire.
Sir.
That's all you needed, buddy. That was
You know what my thought
the
process
trick-
was? And my thought process, right? My hypothesis, I'll use scientific terms, was correct because I asked Dare. I was like,
That's
you know what?
crazy.
I have a fire. Dare's not going. I'm going.
Oh, 100% I wasn't.
Wow. And then
No
and then to
limit,
find
no
that Trinity
I'm
limit in
not
STT, I could imagine the flow of emotions you got after doing struggle fights with that single fire and you finding that Trinity limit. What were your thoughts?
I was mad.
going. Trinity after struggle.
Yeah, I was in Sunset Terrace. There was also another reflect in there.
Oh, that's what
Hi.
last reflect was.
Welcome to Rando. It's
Yeah.
sentient.
Yeah,
I didn't get
and-
limit. I got Trinity limit late, and I was like, well, whatever. And then I got Beast Castle. I was like, oh, Trinity limit's nice.
I guess I'll put the bigger comedy of this out there.
boy.
So, Clunk, I don't believe you ever went to STT either.
No.
So STT enjoyers are 3-0 right now, or 2-0 right now, because yesterday I early STT'd,
Oh my god.
and then both Jesus and Ludi going into STT.
Looney got Trinity and went, ooh. I was like, finish the world you're in.
I'm a weirdo. I like SCT. What can I say?
I did
Yeah.
bang
I chose a
on.
good
Get it out.
partner.
Get it out.
yeah, I figured- I
Looney,
figured-
he's right. Get out. Just come talk in my microphone. He can't say anything. Then.
So I want to also say that we have also confirmed the next races. So I will be posting a quick announcement in the server and in the chat here for anyone that is wondering what the next matchup will be.
Roro and Tibbs versus Lardy and Scats.
Mhm.
Cage.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
More double cage.
More cage. More.
Yeah.
I need
It's-
more.
There's gonna be a bit of it. Like, we can't avoid it.
More SpongeBob. More.
Bro.
Hey, but we already know that Thursday's got SA2 involved in it, even though it's got a
Roro.
So, and then I think
Roro's in chat. Roro dots in chat.
Roro
Yeah,
dots and
Roro
dots in
dots.
chat.
yep. And then believe currently we have the last matchup of round 1 is tentatively scheduled for Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe we have.
Well, we'll
100%
solidify
confirmation.
that as it comes through. So for now, this is
Exactly.
the only race you guys have to worry about. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys cheer on Roro and Tibbs, right? And Lardy Pond. I hope you cheer on everyone involved because I think it's going to be nuts.
It's
Definitely
gonna
will.
be a wild race. That is
It's
for
going to be
sure.
a wild race.
Definitely will. I mean, these races have been phenomenal so far.
I love them so far. So we'll be chilling here for another about 5 minutes, and then we'll wrap things up here for this race. I'll get some
Racers, do you have
closing
any-
thoughts from you guys. Clothing thoughts from clothing. I'm wearing some clothing thoughts. Clothing.
Oh God.
I got some clothing
Uh,
thoughts on.
So I was gonna say, racers, do you have anything to say to each other? Because I know you were already talking with Clunk and Dare,
Listen,
Jesus.
I already apologized to Dare.
should've.
The crash,
for
the
the crash.
invisible Blizzard Lord, the invisible
I'm
Zigbar.
sorry.
Invisible Zigbar.
What's that?
Hold on. I didn't hear this part.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
hear the zig.
Go ahead.
I was so confused when I
So-
heard that.
Dare has
Oh,
the
yeah,
floor, guys.
So I'll start with Zigbar, 'cause that was the easiest one. Basically, when I went to the room, or I room transitioned off of a reflect because I couldn't get Donald alive to go in the finals. Like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. But the moment I hit him with the reflect, he room transitioned. He was invisible for the rest of the fight until he did another set of like lasers, and I'm like, huh. So then I just died after that because I couldn't see him or where he was. I was like, okay, that's cool. The Blizzard Lord was a little more interesting. I don't know exactly what caused him to turn invisible, but I was going in there. I went there super early. I had like a reflect and a fire. I had like nothing to go and actually do the fight, but I had like no options to really do much. So I went in there. I got Blizzard Lord down to like, or Fire Lord down to like his last phase, and Blizzard Lord comes in, and then I die for some reason. I think my reflect didn't come out. So I Mickey'd And as soon as I got back up, Blizzard Lord was then invisible for the rest of the fight. So I had to figure out how I was gonna kill him. It was crazy.
I was actually shocked that you Mickey'd there, though. To be fair, I knew it
I was mashing. I was like, oh, whatever. I'm just taking this.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I know as a crit racer, you typically wouldn't take that because you would figure better to restart, better to get my consistency in my game plan. And I know that you were about 2/3 of the way through on the HP pulls, so but that's why I was like, I'm not 100% sure that was what he was intending, but
yeah, no, I was mashing through that. I was like, okay, and then I keep forgetting Mickey's in that fight, so I was like, oh, dang it. So I was like, all right, well, I'll just deal with it. And yeah, he turned invisible. I was like, well, that's a first.
Yeah, I also have to wonder if, and I'll talk. We could talk off stream. I think I might have some ideas on that too.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to find out what caused that.
Honestly, yeah, I definitely recommend looking into it because we've had very minimal crashes with the AP ever since all of the quality of life stuff.
Yeah,
but I was super shocked. I just crashed
Yeah.
starting the mini game. I was like,
yeah, but we also have to remember this is, we're still less than a week since the new GOA update.
right.
Yeah, new GOA update.
And the new tracker and the new seed generator. So there's a
Well,
lot
the
of
generator
things.
doesn't affect.
Oh yeah,
AP.
seed generator doesn't affect this. The fact that the new tracker actually tracks the visit locks correctly makes it
Kind of.
well.
Kind of.
It gives.
I
you
definitely did not have I went into DC1. I didn't get a Disney Castle key tracked, and Looney's Valor didn't get tracked either.
Wow.
Oh
okay,
wow.
so-
Oh, so there were a
those are
few
couple
bugs that we needed to be ironed out.
Yeah, so those are a few bugs.
I guess
those
keep
are
that
some
in
things
mind
we-
and address Jared
Yeah.
when the time comes. Yeah.
Well, so the tracker wouldn't be Jared, but yeah, there's definitely things that we could take back to the main community and see if there's plans to address them.
Well, all right then. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and doing this race and taking the time and effort to put in your all for this, because I really do appreciate it. Thank you for all the viewers that came in and stopped by during this race. It was an amazing race to watch. Thank you to my commentators who have done an amazing job explaining all the logistics of the techniques that they were doing in their games. So I really do appreciate all of that, guys. Thank you to all the donations that came in. All of them so far have been amazing, more than I expected, and I really do appreciate all the support so far with this tournament. If there's any additional things you guys want to add, I think that this about wraps it up. You can find any way to contact us about ATU here in the ATU Discord server, all things related to ATU. There are some resources here I'm putting in chat for you guys to look at. For anyone that's not familiar with the tournament in general, this is a document you can look at here in chat that explains a lot of what's going on with the tournament. A lot of resources are there for you guys to look at, and yeah, I just want to say I really do appreciate you guys tuning in and stopping by. This was an amazing seed. Appreciate everyone who's taking the time to support Across the Universe to my wonderful charity event, and I just want to say it wouldn't be possible without you guys. Appreciate you guys. Anything else you guys want to say before I say goodbye?
GG's.
GG's.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
GG's,
I'm
yes!
gonna make the bold statement. I'm gonna make the bold statement.
Yes.
I'm keeping my title. Roro's not.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Them's
oh,
fighting
wait.
Those be fighting words.
Those are fighting words.
Wait. First of all, Jesus, you and Looney still have to get through me and Chocobo.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Tim says in your dreams.
Okay.
In your dreams.
Okay. We'll see.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not. Whatever, Tibbs.
Oh, Tibbs.
Alrighty, guys. Say goodbye to
We'll
chat,
see you in
guys.
the fights.
Oh my god.
Oh, 7, everybody.
Wiz with the voice crack there.
No, don't even.
No.
It's late. I didn't have water the whole time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next race. Love you guys. Stay safe, stay smooth, stay buttery smooth. Peace out, guys.
please.
Okay.
universes. I love you.